What's going on, everybody? Super Saiyan Polar back at again with another Dragon Ball Super video. Today, what we're going to be talking about is entirely theoretical, and it's also very debatable. So if you guys are going to stick around, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. This way you guys can stay up to date on all the information that we put out here, as well as news and information that come out in the future. Anyway, guys, today we're going to be talking about a very interesting topic, something that I haven't seen in the Dragon Ball community as of yet. So I've re-emphasized this point in almost every video I've made after the Dragon Ball Super movie Broly, but I'm going to bring it up yet again. And I'm going to try to put it together with the future events that may be happening in the manga. So it's two different things, but they can go hand in hand together, and it leads to something that hasn't been seen in Dragon Ball yet will kind of break the internet yet again, and it's something brand new. What we know at the end of Dragon Ball Super movie Broly is that Broly is literally an ally. He's actually a good guy and he's on good terms with Goku. What we also know is that Goku actually questions if Broly, in a good way, is questioning that if he's stronger than Beerus. And something to bring note of here is that the enemy that's appearing afterwards is going to be Moro, and Moro is one of the strongest beings ever. Like, literally, he's been around for millions of years. So with this new threat on the horizon, and Broly being a good guy, them canonizing Gogeta and Broly as well, something that we thought we'd never see again, all of these ideas have just been thrown into the influx of the character pool. Like, literally any movie character can be thrown in there now, and not only movie characters, other what-if fusions. Because remember, back in Dragon Ball Z, we saw Goku in his mind think of fusing with Hercule. Also, he decided to fuse with Piccolo in his head. So it's like, it's not like we didn't see those type of fusions ever to show up in the show. We actually saw visual images. They were actually thrown into Budokai 2, if I remember correctly. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 2 for PlayStation 2 had those what-if fusions, and they added more, like Tiencha and things like that, that we didn't see in the actual show. Karoly has actually been put into the video games. This is the fusion of Goku and Broly, and he's been put into Dragon Ball Fusions, and this guy is the fusion of the old school Broly, not the new one, but if they did use him, it would create like a new aesthetic. But at the same time, it would break the internet, because where Goku is right now, he's still the strongest Saiyan. He's above where I would think Vegeta is, and especially with Ultra Instinct in the background. On top of that, Broly being the strongest fighter that they've met. If you guys want to put that up for debate, I've already made a video on that. Either Broly or Jiren, one of the two is stronger. One of them is the more adaptable fighter, and I'm still sticking with Broly on this one because he has more raw potential than Jiren, and the fact that he's a Saiyan, you can't underestimate that, so I'm going to stick with that. These two could become the strongest fusion ever, like literally above that of Gogeta. And something that was mentioned in Dragon Ball Fusions is that if you did combine these two characters, Toa in that video game believed that Karoly was stronger than the God of Destruction Beerus. So what this leads to believe is that even in the V-Jump magazine, apparently they mentioned that he may be potentially more powerful than Vegito. If it ever comes to that, it's still being debated as to whether Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta is stronger than where Goku was in the Tournament of Power Ultra Instinct, because, I mean, it's months later, they're both stronger, they both fused, and they're fighting someone that's still debatable on whether if they're stronger than Jiren or not. So it's a lot of things that are a big question mark right now, and they haven't been exactly canonized and set in stone. It's a big question mark, and that's what leads to a lot of conversation. That's part of Dragon Ball, that's what it is, but nothing is set in stone as to where these power levels really lie. It's just up there in the air, honestly. Now, with that being said, I think regardless of that fact, I would say Karoly would be much stronger than Vegito, much stronger than Gogeta on a few premises here. If they had to do the fusion dance, I'm not sure if that would exactly put them up there, but if they did the Potara earrings, which would really fuse them unconditionally, I feel like that would be the strongest fusion we've seen thus far. If you don't want to count like Merge Zamasu and stuff like that. I mean, he was still defeated by Vegito because of his own weakness, but initially those characters were much stronger while they were immortal and didn't mess up the fusion. If you look at Karoly, he would be stronger than Vegito because it's two stronger fighters being fused here. Vegeta is actually the weakest link, and I mean, I'm not trying to downplay Vegeta, he's still a great fighter and all, but Broly is the prodigy fighter. So him being in a fusion with Goku, another like just amazing monster of his own, this would create a terrifyingly powerful form, quote unquote. So that's just something that would be really interesting to see. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys want to see other fusions like this? Because the reason why I'm bringing this up is the fact that we did see Ultra Instinct show up in the anime, and it didn't necessarily get to the point in the manga where Broly has been revealed. They actually kind of skipped that and went straight to Moro. So these two elements may not come together ever, but it's still up there in question, because the reason why I would bring this up is that they mentioned the fact that it was a mistake putting Ultra Instinct in there. If it is the end-all be-all form, it's not necessarily supposed to show up in a series that's going to continue. I mean, they did tap into it, but it's much, much too premature for that to happen. They did it for the ratings, they did it for the toy sales and stuff like that, and they really messed that up. So that's why they kind of retracted that and made Goku not be able to go back into that form, and only gave us a little bit of an Easter egg during the Broly movie. So that's up to you guys. Do you guys agree with that? I do kind of agree with that, but at the same time, they forced their own hands with that one, because Super Saiyan Blue has been around for nearly 5 years, I believe. It's technically been 4, but I'll round it to 5 just for the hell of it. Resurrection F came out in 2015, guys. We're in 2019 already, and Super Saiyan Blue is still here as of the Broly movie being released in America. In January 2019, Super Saiyan Blue is still the main form, and it's kind of been exhausting to see this form. It's everywhere, in every video game, in every fusion, in everything. It's everywhere. That was what was refreshing about seeing Goku Black go into Super Saiyan Rose. It was literally the negative color of that form, and it was really cool to see that. Another reason why I think they decided to rush that Ultra Instinct form is because it is eye fatigue, and they needed something new. That's why fusion was thrown in both times, not only when we thought we were getting exhausted of it in the Goku Black arc, but then it was thrown again here because it's post Ultra Instinct. They need something on that level of power where it's up there, but it's not quite something new, because if it is something new, it's another transformation that's thrown in there so soon after Ultra Instinct, a new aesthetic look, or you have to go back to Super Saiyan Blue where it's still in line with things, but you have to throw in with a fusion. It's kind of weird how this works, but you have to change it up. And I feel like if we saw Karoly, if they did end up transforming with him, they could have a new colored hair or something like that, because it's a new warrior, it's a new being, and a new level of power, without actually creating an entirely new transformation that everyone's gonna have to jump to, because we did see Vegeta get it shortly after Goku, and then they kind of downplayed the Super Saiyan Blue transformation to begin with. If you look back on Resurrection F, when they actually transformed into the form, even when I sat there in the theaters watching that transformation, I was hyped. It was a brand new form. We didn't think it was going to happen because we thought, I mean, according to Kira Toriyama himself, he believes red is stronger than blue. Mind you, those comments did come out before the movie, but it just leads to the fact that it really is. That is literally what it is. Red does look stronger than blue, hence Goku looks stronger than Vegeta, even though he wears orange. It's just that type of color in our minds that's been programmed to set to be stronger than blue. That's just how it always has been. Overall, what I'm trying to get to here is that a good way to keep the hype going, to create a new fusion that's not, if they want to keep Ultra Instinct way up there, whether you believe that Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta is stronger than Ultra Instinct or not, whether you think that the Ultra Instinct form in its mastered state is the strongest transformation, to keep things fresh, to keep that high power level without overusing Super Saiyan Blue, Karoly is a solution to this, and it also will revolutionize everything about Dragon Ball, because not only did you canonize Broly, not only did you canonize Gogeta, you canonized something that wasn't available in the show until this point, and it's something that hasn't even been shown in the real main video games besides Fusion. So I think that this would be a really, really big game changer, and seeing Goku and Broly team up side by side on the battlefield literally will probably be one of the most revolutionary things they can do with the Dragon Ball franchise. The fact that they kept him around means that he's going to have a bigger role to play in the future, and that's just something that I absolutely love. I'm a huge Broly fan, and I can't wait to see how this all goes down. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you see Goku and Vegeta teaming up alongside Broly on the battlefield? You see Goku and Broly teaming up in the point where it's just gonna be the two of them, and then maybe they might have to do fusion down the line. It'll create something brand new. Action figures will be sold. It's a great money maker for them. It's a great historic moment for us. I see nothing wrong with this form, and it's going to be incredibly powerful. Mind you, it's going to be a completely new design because it's not the same Karoly that we see in all the images. It's even in Dokkan Battle, but at the same time, it's not going to be that Broly. It's a different one that we're creating here. So Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Managed to get you guys entertained and keep the conversation rolling. Subscribe and turn on notifications to stay updated on all the little Dragon Ball discussions that we do. I appreciate your viewership so much. Thank you guys again. Do you see Karoly showing up in the show, and do you want him in the show? I'll be seeing you guys next time, alright? Take care. Peace.